in particular.
Okay, I got to admit now. Like, look, I'm on an Obama phone, and I love my Obama phone.
Right.
To death. But it sucks and it's old, and so you kind of, I don't know if it's your sound system or mine. It's probably mine. I would blame me. It's like kind of comes in not so. It's like hard to hear you, but I'm also old because I'm 44. So I hear you.
Well, it's coming through my speakers.
You laugh and you should be young. Now it's like old as fuck. So,
yeah, I'm old.
How old you are, but
I'm old. I'm old. Trust me. So what was your issue with me?
Sorry? Oh shit. Sorry, say that again?
So what was your issue with me?
I don't have any issue with you. I just saw you playing games and I'm like, oh, this is a guy I subscribe to.
So there was no issue with me. There's no. So you said the TFM set me straight. Who the TMM?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't want to show his channel. No, I'm not going to show his channel. Have you ever heard of MGTOW?
Yeah, I've heard of MGTOW. I've definitely heard of MGTOW. I don't have an issue with MGTOW. I've got friends who are MGTOW. I'm just curious as to how.
Look, it's a philosophical thing. Like MGTOW means going your own way. It's just, like some people think it's a hate group or it's a this group or it's a that group. Forget about all that shit. Yeah, it's about going your own way and doing your own thing.
Right. Let me tell you where that probably came from.
I mean, look. I'll tell you this. I'm Jewish, okay? I'm not white. The whites like pissed off at me, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm singing the blacks." And if I say I'm a person of color, they say, "No, you're not. You're white." And then if blacks hate me, then like I'm the monkey in the middle, and I mean that literally, the monkey in the middle. Like 2,000 years, dude, we've been fucked with.
Right.
I lived in Israel. I'm going to move back probably because I think the country's going to shit right now. I used to be an ardent Democrat, like hardcore Democrat. I am no longer a hardcore Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not some Trumpian fucking, gotta suck it.
Right.
I don't want to swear. I'm not like, I was old school. I was OG. When like racism was just bad. Like,
Right. But I'm asking you. I'm asking you. You said that the TFM set me straight on something.
Amen. A fucking man. And I'm not even religious, so I don't even believe in God.
So I'm asking you one more time. TFM. You said the TFM set me straight on something. Now I've talked to TFM before. I actually like his content. I'm not sure what he set me straight on. I hadn't even seen him mention me before, and like recently. So.
Because like TFM, like if you listen to any of, look, I'm not trying to show his channel, so I don't want to. I know you got like some people, or one person watching now. I guess that's me.
Well, no, I mean that's not the point of this, but
okay.
well, so what exactly did he set me straight on?
All right, yes, it's hard to hear, but that's okay. TFM is a turtle monkey, and you probably heard of him. Anyways,
Yeah, I've been on this freaking show before.
Well, you want to learn about racism, or you want to learn about anything. He's pretty on the spot. Now, is he inside of it? Yeah. I mean, like, or does he? Can you come up with arguments against him? Yeah, I have too. I have disagreements with him as well. But his stuff is pretty damn rock solid. Like, you take the TSM challenge, which I'll say this, and you can do that with me personally, and you tell me, I've tried to do this with my ex-girlfriend, my last roommate. I said, take the TSM challenge. I said, you explain to me why he's wrong, and you give me a good, coherent argument of why he's wrong, and not just, don't use your emotions, don't use your feelings, just say, this is my logical rationale of why this man is wrong.
But why would I do that if I don't if I don't have anything which I disagree with him on?
Huh? Sorry, say that again.
Why would I do that if I don't have anything which I disagree with him on?
No, I'm just saying that for me personally. I'm not saying you have to do that like you should go listen to it right now.
Okay, but you made a claim that he set me straight on something. What did he set me straight on?
All right, well, we'll talk about something else. Let's talk about anything else. You bring up the subject. We'll talk.
No, you said the turd flinging monkey because again I talked to this guy before and I actually like his content and I think he knows that I like his content. I'm still freaking subscribed to him actually. So I'm just curious as to, in fact, if you look real quick. In fact, if you look if you look on the screen real quick, right? I'm gonna show you something real quick. I'm gonna show you turd flinging monkey.
Wait.
I'm gonna show you that. I'm actually subscribed to his channel. Yeah, subscribe. You see that right there? Subscribed. So I've known this guy for quite some time. I've talked to him before. He's a pretty good content creator. So why is it that you're bringing him up? What exactly was the point in that? And I told you, and you interrupted a gaming stream to do that. And that's something that I want you to understand something. Now again, were you just trolling?
That's right. No, I'm not a troll. No, trolls are dumb, by the way. Trolls are screwing themselves over, by the way. I don't know if you know about that, but yeah, trolls are like, they're being so edgy and all that stupid bullshit, but they're actually screwing over their own points. So, like trolls, they need to take a break for a second. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's funny. Haha, you're edgy. Get over yourself. You know what I mean? I mean, that's my thing about trolls. I'm not a troll. I'm an actual 44-year-old. I'm a dude. I can tell you my story. You can ask me a question. I'll give you as.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel? Do you think Joe Biden won the election legit?
Well, okay. I was watching Steven Crowder. Okay, I'm a Republican. Like I said, I'm not a big Steven Crowder fan or anything like that. But I was watching that, and I was on drugs. Oh, whoops. Yeah, whether they're legal or illegal is a different story. That's you and me can talk personally about that. But I was watching that shit, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, some weird shit happened, and they had to go take a nap. And then next thing you know, Biden's up in some states, and it just got weird. And I said, and my mom, who is, oh my God, you should hear you should hear the story of just this Thanksgiving to Christmas. If you think this is a fucked up year, 2020, the year of the COVIDs, which I call it, which, yeah, I know COVID's a bad disease, and some people are dying, and it's the flu. Now there's two strains of it.
Okay.
It's basically the flu. A little bit worse.
Can I just butt in like real quick? You said a few things. There's a few things you said that kind of very much interested me. Number one. You said.
I gotta be honest. Hold on.
Yeah.
I can't hear you very well.
Yeah. Listen, you can. I'm speaking right now, and I guarantee you could definitely hear me if you let me speak. Now, with that being said, you said a few things. Number one, you mentioned about Steven Crowder. You say you're not a right leaning person or anything. Do you think that Steven Crowder? Right. What do you think the demographic of Steven Crowder's audience is? Just out of curiosity.
I heard you say, what do you think, and then something about Steven Crowder.
What do you think is the diversity number of Steven Crowder's audience? Do you think Steven Crowder?
What is Steven Crowder hawking?
What do you think Steven Crowder's audience numbers are in terms of left-leaning people?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't watch him very often. I mean, I watch him sometimes.
You would have to imagine it's very, very low, right?
I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not like Fox News or any of that bullshit. It's all the same shit.
Right. But do you understand what I'm getting at, right?
Well, I heard kind of something about Steven Crowder's numbers, like how many people watch him.
How many people do you think watch Steven Crowder who are on the left?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm actually technically I'm still a registered Democrat. If you look at my paperwork, yeah, it says I'm libertarian now. More libertarian.
Right.
I mean, there's a spectrum and all that shit, but I'm not going to join any political parties. I'll tell you that. I'm not joining any political parties.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you again. I'm just asking out of curiosity. Do you think that his audience is mostly left leaning, and do you think his audience mostly right leaning? Just they're pretty right leaning, right?
Conservatives, they call them. A lot of conservatives. Plenty of them. But some of them are like left leaning. Some of them are like in the middle. Some of them are, it's all over the map. That's the thing. But, he's on YouTube, and if they didn't kick off YouTube by now, then, You gotta have good lawyers.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But you do understand the reason why I'm asking you that question, right? Do you understand that the reason why, like for example, if you look at someone like Anthony Brian Logan, right?
I need to call you back. I need to call you back because somebody could be really important. I need to call
Okay,
you back.
okay, that's totally fine. Thank you. So you have a great day. Bye bye.
Stay up. Stay.
Yeah. Listen, guys. If you're gonna come with this stuff, right? I want you to understand something, right? Is that the reason why I'm so harsh on people and I'm so unforgiving when it comes to stuff? It's because I want people to try to be smart about stuff, right? I want people to question bullshit. And when I see bullshit promulgated, constantly, it just worries me. It worries me in several ways. It worries me because people are so gullible and so easily manipulated that they can be easily led. And people who are easily led, they always worry me. So let me go ahead and answer this phone call. Let's see what we get. All right, 336. This is Devil's Advocate Pitchfork Podcast. Go ahead. Let me know how you feel. 336. Go ahead. 336. Go ahead. All right, so we got a number that called in and it didn't want to answer or say anything. So that being said, guys, listen. I want you guys to understand something, right? If you're gonna call in and troll, right, it's not gonna convince me. It's just gonna make me more upset. That's all it's gonna do. So follow me on social media. Links in the description. I'm just posting a few things into the chat. So, just follow me on social media, links in the description, and consider a Patreon donation. But however, we're going to get into some news stories until we get some calls. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into some news stories right now. So we go over news backs. All right, guys? So we're going to go ahead and cover some news stories. I know the Pitchfork podcast has been late. However, we're going to get into... Oh, wait, you can't hear me. Okay.
My time I've been
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry about that. Let me go ahead and call back. Let me go ahead and call back right now. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and call you back right now. Let me go ahead and... All right. All right, go ahead, 628.
Hey, it's me again.
All right. So I was just asking, like, what exactly proof that you have of any kind of conspiracy or election conspiracy, and you didn't present it. So let me call you back. There's another caller that's called in. I'm gonna call you back, and we're gonna come back to this, okay? All right. So I'm gonna head back over there to this caller right here. All right, let's see Cosmic Chaos. See if we can get you back on the line. Hey, DM Cosmic Chaos, you're live with the Pitchfork Podcast. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, just a big fan.
How you doing? Yeah. All right.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm actually looking forward to this because I understand that you're somewhat of a fan.
I can hear you.
Yeah. I was saying I was looking forward to this because I understand that you're somewhat of a fan.
Alright. I just the MAGA crowd.
That they are. I'm just curious, like, what do you think is going to happen as a result of this whole election thing? Do you think that there's going to be a concession, or do you think the MAGA crowd is still going to be pushing this stuff? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Are you afraid, or what do you think is going to happen with everything that's going on in the country? Just tell me, like, how you generally feel.
I think they're gonna be around for a while, unfortunately, because Trump's gonna be back. He's gonna try to push a lot of people out, which depending on how you look on it, it's either good or bad. I'm kind of concerned about it.
Right, right. So what concerns you specifically about Trump supporters and what they do? Like what is it that you've seen out there that makes you so concerned? Because I can tell you some of the things that actually concerns me, but I want to hear what you think.
Well, I voted for Trump in 2016. I'm actually a pretty young person. I voted for him when I was 19, when I was basically just out of high school. And, you know, I enjoyed his jokes, but as I got older, I started noticing some things that
Things like what?
disconcerting. Because him just trying to like steal this election, basically. Like, I come from a military family, and all my people, everybody, Democrat, Republican, they can't support Trump anymore. I'm with them all the way because this is some authoritarian type shit.
Right, right. How do you feel about let's say, is there any like specific situations that happened that made you feel that way?
Can you say that one more time?
Is there any specific situation or specific like event that made you feel that way besides the like the certain things with the election? Is there things that happened like before then?
Yeah, like him coming out and like since like 4 years that he's not going to accept this over the election. He said he's going to see how he feels, and just all the civil unrest that's been happening, the coronavirus, him not paying attention to that, and yeah, it's just been fucked.
Well, what do you think about the initial response from the federal government that was under Donald Trump at the time when the virus was going down? What do you think about the federal government's response? Do you think Trump could have done more?
Yeah, it's the federal government. It's pretty weird right now. I don't really know how to explain it. It's because some people are like locked up with Trump, some people aren't.
Right.
But I'm not gonna take up too much of your time.
Right.
My phone's pretty crap. And I can hear you, but it's like a little bit of an echo. It's probably
Right.
Discord.
Right. So, well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna drop my Discord link in the chat. That way you can, if you ever want to just like voice chat with me, just let me know, and I'll be in my Discord. So I'm gonna drop it in the chat for you. But hey, I want to thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a normal viewer. And by the way, later on I'm gonna be playing some little bit of my Archer boy, Sneaky Boy on Skyrim. What games do you want to see me play?
Yeah, I didn't want to call you during your gaming thing because I'm a gamer too, and I was like, yeah, maybe not. This ain't the time, you know.
No. What games do you want to see me play?
I drop in from time to time, but it's not. I'm kind of over Skyrim at this point, you know.
Right. Okay. So I'll check up a few. Go ahead.
Can I say something before I go? These Trump supporters, they got really rocked. They're turning people over to us in record numbers. I've always been independent. I enjoy Trump, but I can't support this. This is
I hear you.
I've seen forever.
I hear you. I can't support either. Like the thing that I can't support, like they more so than anything else, is like the idea that I'm supposed to just follow someone because, you know, I'm being told to. It's like, guys, you sound like the fucking left right now. Like it's so scary. Like, and the crazy part about it is that come January 4th, like when in like January 20th, they're planning on like big old protests. It's like, hey man, I'm really worried about that. What do you think is gonna happen with these freaking protests?
Yeah, no, as a Black American myself, I've never been super into social issues, but as I gotten older, it's been a little concerning. You know, the George Floyd thing really, like, was the kicking off point for me. The Ahmaud Arbery fucked me up too, but I unsubscribed to like a lot of people like Tim Pool. That really, I was very upset, to say the least.
I was very upset too because of like it was the so-called skeptic community, right? But what was the fucking skepticism?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I found everything that I knew about George McMichael and Travis McMichael just from looking on social media myself. How come Tim Pool couldn't fucking do that when most of his business model is fucking online, right?
Yeah, it's a grift. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It is.
Got chased down. That was the most scary thing to me. Oh my god, that gave me some chills. That was.
What do you think about the like not even that case? Did you see that one case where a black officer from Kansas, like in Kansas City police detective, got ran over by his own fellow cops?
Yeah, I think that.
Did you see that shit? Like, and there's people out there trying to justify that shit. I'm like, they literally ran this man over. How do you justify that? What the fuck?
They're such bootlickers. It's so crazy. Trust me, I'm originally from California. I'm in the Carolinas now. But talking to some of my friends, and some people, like my friends on the right, they will justify anything. And it's just like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Well,
some of these people are general criminals. Like, if I done half the things so these cops did, I'll be in jail. Just put me under the prison.
Right. So my question is, when you hear your friends talk like this, like what goes through your mind?
I'm like, this is some racist shit, dude. This is super. Like, I've never called somebody a racist up until this year, but like, this is what is like? I can't put it in the words.
Do you think that people were pretty much always like that? Do you think that people were pretty much always like that, and that this year they're just kind of like letting it out?
Yeah, the looting starts, the shooting starts.
That was crazy.
I hope so. This is my hope for the right. I'm independent. I'm registered as independent. I've been registered since I was able to vote 4 years ago. Yeah. It's cause I'm young. I'm a young kid, but there's the right to turn off young people and they're turning off black people, and this is a demographic that's going to vote blue if you keep this up. Like as you said, young kids like to smoke weed. Why are they illegal? This is a good money project. Me and my friend from the right.
Can you say that for me one more time? You know what, man? I love you. Say it for me one more time. You just said some. You just spoke gospel. Say it for me one more time.
Yeah, they need to switch up the tactics. They need to grow. This is like I've been studying political philosophy and history, but they need to grow with the times. You know, you can keep the main message like the religion, but there's some things you can't keep like stick your boot into. You just can't. You're gonna turn off a bunch of people. They turned me off. I voted for Joe Biden. I didn't think I'd ever vote blue.
Wow. Interesting. So you voted for Joe Biden. You used to say fuck it.
I couldn't do it. And then reading into my local politicians,
right?
Like Tom Tillis, he voted against the stimulus bill, and it's like, what the fuck? People need this. Like, you want people to not work, but also to be poor. It's like, what do you like? You gotta give something to people. No one's not living anything to begin with, but
can I ask you like one question? Why is it only socialism when it comes to the American people? It's never socialism when it comes to like fucking like politicians. Have you ever noticed that?
From everything I've read up just on history in general, people don't really understand what socialism is. People just use it as a blanket term to kind of shut down the conversation. It's kind of like the left used to do, the right calling everybody a Nazi.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, I've been a part of these communities for a while. I watched the skeptics. I met you personally through like TSM and DDJ back in the day.
Yeah. I actually remember you now, man. You know, and one thing about me is that I remember when people were saying that, hey, you've changed. It's like, have you not watched my content? I don't like the government. I kind of make that shit clear. Like, if I ever not made that clear, I don't fucking.
Yeah,
I don't know. How did I change? Like, I remember like one of the biggest issues that like the alt-right had with me, because like I used to run with like a lot of people like who are like on like the fucking alt-right, and one of the biggest issues that they always had with me is that I didn't like cops. And it's like, okay, I understand that you love police officers, but I question them a lot, you know. And so people were like, you've changed. It's like, what did I change from?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, I want to say, I'm sorry about the whole right stuff. That stuff was fucked. I seen all that.
I don't understand. Like I don't get how is it that politicians still have fans now? How do they still have fans right now in 2020? Explain that one to me.
Some people just like to be a part of the community, even if they're like racist or whatever or not. Like it's nuts.
It is, but
At one point, even I was listening to like I found some
Go
of
ahead.
that stuff, and I was like, this is kind of fucked. And I don't know. Like so, I've seen so many people go down that rabbit hole. It's crazy what people justify these days.
well, the thing is that I find very, very interesting is that you found your way back though. That you could have went down the rabbit hole, but you found your way back. What pulled you back?
I never went down it personally myself. It's just that, well, as a black person, you gotta really dig in to see that stuff. Like, it's like I care for my people. Like, so, don't get me wrong, we do some stupid shit, but everybody
Yeah.
needs to be real.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, just how like if they had their way, man, all of us would be gone. We'd be shit back to Africa or worse.
Right. Right.
I don't know about you. This is the only country I've known. My family has fought for this country since the Civil War. That's the most history I've gone back to for my family. And I'm not going to let I will take up arms personally if I need to defend my constitutional rights.
Right. Do you know that when I posted that one video about the quality content, I was making fun of some of the people who were doing some of the hardcore coping over the Trump thing. There are people out there saying, "What do you mean about people saying that they want to kick out blacks?" It's like, are you fucking serious? People were seriously debating that for like 2 years straight.
Yeah, it's
Like people are trying their best to memory hold shit. Like, you know, you look at like Andy Warski, Aiden Powell, and fucking Sargon. A lot of these people who pushed that race realism bullshit and was kind of like capitulating to that shit, but then pretend like they were against it. Like later on, it's like, listen, man, I've learned something about this whole internet game. You know the one thing that I've learned, man, is that people are full of shit. And that's why I am the way that I fucking am, man. Because again, I go out of my way to show you how authentic that I am. Because I've seen so much bullshit. People lie, man. You would not know how many times content creators lie behind your back. You don't know how they actually act behind your back. Like had you seen The Quartering? I actually met this guy behind closed doors. If you actually know what it was like, you would never fucking watch him. You know, the most bitchified motherfuckers ever. You know, again, if you knew how these people actually were, it'd be something different. You know, but it's like
I've heard some things through the grapevine, but most content creators, especially the people that do like politics, quote unquote, a lot of these people, they're just I think most of them paying a check. I know people like ABL actually believe this shit. That dude's just a coon, but like those people like far in between, you know. Most of it's just a grift to keep the money.
Right.
I don't think most people believe the shit they say.
Right. That's the whole thing. Like I don't think, because again, you notice how, you know, if Candace Owens and if ABL and if Brandon Tatum were so popular, right, and if people didn't just watch them just to hear their views confirmed, right, how come you don't hear much about them now? I don't hear much about them now. Whenever I come, huh?
Yeah, I got the checks.
Yeah, like you don't hear much from him now, and now Brandon Tatum sat there and did all that riling up with freaking MAGA fans saying, "Oh, the election was stolen." Now he's saying, "I'm no longer doing politics." Wait a minute, but you got all those fucking super chats though, all those damn Patreon donations, and now you don't want to do politics. Wait, what? Like, bro, like, listen, that's the one thing that I will never do to you. I'm not like I have made videos where I've gotten shit on by my own audience. But the one thing that I won't do to you, I will not do to you is fucking lie to you. I hate lying to you, and I will not do that to you. Even if it's something that you don't want to hear, I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. And I think that you would probably kind of prefer it like that. But the one other question that I want to know, that I want to pick your brain on, right, is what do you think is going to be the future of this country, man? Like, what do you think? what do you think we're gonna look like in like the next 5 years?
So I think so. A lot of the pendulum always swings one way. So right now things are swinging pretty left. But by the end of the 5 years, I think most people are going to go back to the center where they usually are. Right now we're at the extreme left, so we're seeing a lot more like actual socialists come in, you know?
Right.
Especially like on the internet, not really so much in the real world, but on the internet. Like they're coming up, they're like the new alt-right, you know? But for the left.
Right. So,
Have you been keeping up with it at all?
I've been keeping up with it. I've been noticing that there's a more leftward swing. I wonder though, like, do you think that leftward swing is gonna last? Like, do you think that how far left do you think the country is gonna go?
For the next 4 years, not so much with Joe Biden. For all people like to say about Joe Biden's not a socialist. He's pretty moderate.
Yeah, he's not a socialist. Most socialists fucking hate him.
Yeah.
Most socialists hate Joe Biden, man. God, man.
I know. Trust me. I try to stay search around everywhere, like from the far right to the far left. So I can keep center, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Know what people are talking about. Because I most of my friends are either not into politics or somewhere on the far left or right. So these people, they're pretty annoying.
Right. The last question that I want to ask you, and this is something that's gonna be kind of funny. So, how would you feel if I ran a monthly competition and I had a $50 Amazon gift card as a prize?
I think that'd be a good idea since a lot of people are hurting, especially since the COVID stuff's been delayed.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Every month, I'm not only might consider that, I also may buy a subscriber a game every month because, you know, and basically I'm gonna buy that game with the caveat that you gotta play with me at least once. It's gonna be a actual co-op game. All right, it's one of my favorite games. So I kind of figure on that, you know, and also maybe sometimes if I have subscribers who play like trading card games, I have a lot of Magic the Gathering decks that I might just like give to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I want. I mean, that's part of the reason why I run this podcast. Because once again, I know that I've been miserable, so I know that you guys have been miserable too. And so I want to give you guys like an actual platform. You notice how like unlike a lot of shows, I'll let you talk and talk. Like again, it's not really like a debate show. It's like a conversation, right? Now, if you want to debate me, then we can make it an actual debate. If you just want to talk, we can just talk. It ain't have to be a fucking fighting argument. You know, sometimes people have things to say that isn't like just argument. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think that'd be good to help de-radicalize some people.
right.
People that be calling me.
Right. So I just want to basically just help out in a way that I know how to. I understand that I have a very abrasive type of personality, but I think that it works under certain scenarios. Now I'm gonna let you know.
You care about this shit.
I do.
I can hear it in your voice.
I do. I care about a lot about it. You want to know why I care so much, man? Because I know what the government can do to people. The government can absolutely abuse people, and it's bullshit. But tomorrow I'm gonna be releasing my newest Bad Cop No Donut, and I'm gonna see if you like the format of it. I'm gonna send you a preview. I'm gonna send you a preview of it now. It's not finished. It's an unfinished version, but just because you are a subscriber, you've been subscribed for me for a little minute now. I'm going to give you a little bit of preview.
Yeah, I would have watched more. I had to go back to your catalog because after 3 years ago, they just stopped sending me your videos.
Well, you gotta make sure you hit the bell too. But what I'm gonna be doing is that I'm gonna be adding some new equipment. I'm getting a new MSI laptop. I'm getting a new microphone, the same microphone that Joe Rogan uses. I'm getting a lot of new gear. So what I'm gonna be doing is kind of like upgrading the gear so that I can kind of like basically make better content for you guys. The main reason is because if I can make some better content, then basically I don't have to sit here and try to try to basically play catch up. and try to like, you know, give you something to basically binge watch on. That's why I'm doing the news and views in a minute or freaking less. Bad cop, no donut, correct. I'm doing so many other things now that, you know, basically I'm allowing you guys to have an input on the content now. So if you tell me like what you want to see, you can see more of it. Now I can't give you more opinions that you might like, but in terms of content, types of content that you like, you can definitely have some input there.
Yeah, okay. That seems cool. I'm more of a silent viewer anyway. This is the first time I've ever really called in anything like this.
Well, make it a regular thing, because guess what, man? I want you to call in and just tell me like what grinds your gears. You don't necessarily have to be anything like MAGA related or anything election related, just whatever grinds your gears, because I think people don't have a voice like right now, honestly.
Well, yeah, the politics is the only really thing that does bother me. I'm usually pretty chill.
Right. Well, you know.
Social and the politics that get me.
Well, some, you know, like some people don't realize that a lot of people just don't have nobody to even like talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like I do, obviously, because I got thousands of people I can talk to at any freaking point. But a lot of people don't have that. So I mean, like just if you just need somewhere to vent, that's what the Pitchfork podcast is for. It's basically a grind your gears type of segment. It's made for just calling in and just venting. So, but anyways, man, I want to thank you for calling in. I want to thank you for being a viewer, and I'm going to keep making content for people just like you. And I'm going to, and I'm going to send you a text in just a moment, okay?
Okay.
All right, man.
I mean, log back in my laptop. It was good to talk to you. Goodbye, sir.
All right. Be safe, man.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. So that I wanted to make sure I get that in for a Pitchfork podcast, because he's been a long time subscriber, and I love the guy to death. So, anyways, guys, that's been it for the Pitchfork podcast. I'm going to be sending him a text in a second, and I'm going to be sending you guys some love. Horns up, peace out, be safe out there. Don't get COVID and wear a mask. All right, wear a mask. Until next time, I love you all and happy holidays, happy New Year.